Good morning. It's wonderful to see everyone. Wonderful to gather close to a holiday weekend. We are currently working with a wonderful, wonderful training, really originating from the retreat in which Lord Jigten Sungön, the founder of the Drikung Kagyu, achieved enlightenment. And variations of this are widely taught, but he has some particular nuances that make these instructions specific to our lineage. We are currently working with the first section. There are two sections to this practice. And in the first section, we deeply explore and have a mind-body felt experience of loving kindness. Lord Jigten Sungön felt that bodhicitta, although made up of compassion and kindness, he felt that compassion was easier to access. If we see, an animal that's suffering, by the side of the road, our heart automatically gives rise to compassion. We see a crying child, automatically compassion arrives. But loving kindness, he felt, was not as accessible. So he has us beginning with that. And in the last two Sundays, I taught two ways to access this mind-body felt experience. First of all, reminder that we're going for the felt experience, not the narrative that gives rise to it, but the thought or the narrative gives us the doorway to that felt experience. So one way, which His Holiness Chetsang Rinpoche often refers to for this particular era, is seeing a little joyful toddler, which you might have experienced with your family gatherings, or a puppy or a kitten, some delightful, innocent baby. And I think the purpose of that is we don't have any reservation because there isn't a sense of being judged. So we allow ourselves to feel safe. There's no danger and there's no judgment. So those obstacles eliminated, there's a quality of unreserved opening that can occur in our heart. Again, it's not always easy to find some sort of connection that gives you that open feeling. And for some folks, it's nature or the sun. And really, however you find a doorway that works for you, great. And so the felt experience is a open, warm heart that doesn't have any barriers, any walls, any reservations, so that there's an unconditional wishing of the best. Just anything I can do to help you. There's just this, I'm totally open to you. I am receptive and embracing of you without any qualification. So that's method one. And the second method is to be on the receiving end. What is it like if you have a happy memory of a family member, let's say, people brought up grandparents. If you have a close relationship with a teacher, often the gratitude gives rise to this feeling of receiving love. again, the sense is, what is a receiving state that has no qualifications, reservations, no fear or hesitation or doubt arising? So for those reasons, often we don't suggest the beloved, and for those reasons, many people in this era don't necessarily have that kind of relationship with their parents. Again, it also can be nature, like the sun, but it's a receiving. And I think it's important to have both of these methods. First of all, our aspiration is to open to, strengthen, and develop this mind-body felt experience in order to have the capacity to extend that to all sentient beings. So that's a big aspiration. And so we're getting to know the felt sense and strengthen the felt sense in order to benefit beings. So first of all, it's important to connect it to the aspiration. We know that there are great beings who are so warm-hearted that it's transformative for everyone who comes into their contact, and that we have the same capacity of heart-mind. And there are times when we might feel depleted or injured, and we need to have this receiving quality accessible to us. The interesting thing is, though, we have to always be in balance and aware of our own attachment to feeling good. Let's just put it like that. So this quality of receiving or the quality of extending, we might start to feel, oh, this feels so good to be in this bodhicitta state. I just want to stay here because it feels really great to, have my mind infused with this loving kindness. And it can actually become indulgent. I've seen variations of this taught where you actually never get to the point where you extend it to other people. I'm going, hey, I think there's a little part missing in this. Yes, self-care absolutely is important. And when does self-care become an attachment or an indulgence? So at the same time, we want to go to increasingly subtle understandings of this heart-mind felt experience. Because when we start extending it to others, we want to see exactly when and how fear or hesitation arise. So we're going to go one step further today with the heart-mind felt experience, and particularly, I think, to become removed entirely from the narrative that opens the gate for us, I'm going to suggest that we focus on the body and make it a somatic meditation today. In my experience, when we're working with bodhicitta and we're starting to explore what it means to radiate it, before there's a conceptual fear or hesitation, there's a physical tightening. And so what I invite you to do today, and I'll guide you through it in a body scan sort of way, is to open the gate using either method 1 or method 2, slowly moving that through your body and noticing where there's a tension in your body, which is holding on to some unexpressed hesitation, some unexpressed judgment or self-judgment or fear, a fear of completely being open. So we want to have this heart, mind, felt experience. And one of the indicators of are we entirely infusing to the greatest of our capacity has this warmth relaxed our whole bodies, even at a cellular level. So let's start first by, always good to have a good posture, your back straight. And beginning with a narrative, that gorgeous little toddler who's laughing and coming towards you to be embraced and you naturally open, or that puppy or that kitten, method 1, or the experience of being loved unconditionally, a family member, one of the great teachers who abides in bodhicitta that's palpable to you. So either method 1 or method 2, sitting with that and starting to open to that to the best of your capacity this morning. So first, accessing bodhicitta and taking it in a infusion that begins to have a sense of filling. And we'll take 2 or 3 minutes just with that beginning. So you may experience this as a warmth, as a softness, as a gentle light, absolutely up to you. And let's start at the heart mind. So the area of your heart chakra. And without worrying about why there's a tenseness in a part of your body, without trying to name it or identify anything. Just allow very slowly at your own rate of speed for that warmth to move out. And be quite specific, going up towards your neck or across your shoulders or down towards your gut. Again, how and where you allow that warmth, that gentle light to flow is up to you. But notice where there is any kind of a hesitation or a tension or a stiffness or a resistance to that gentle, warm glow. And when you encounter that resistance, absolutely just embrace, like it's a little hot pad lying right next to that wall until the wall softens and releases whatever is being held as resistance. And let's spend five or 6 minutes here, and I'll give gentle direction in case this kind of body scan is foreign or new to you, but you can do it in your own way if you're used to it. So let's again go into the felt sense in the heart chakra area, the heart-mind area. And starting right here, is there a cellular reaction of softness? And allow that warm-hearted, loving quality to just infuse this area of your body until, like a tuning fork, there's a gravitation and releasing into the soft, fluid warmth. That has the flavor of loving and being loved. And at each section, if you haven't felt the softness and the openness, just stay right there. You don't have to go through your whole body. But if you're ready, you might want to move up to your throat. All the cells that form speech. Each and every cell relaxed, open, receiving, relaxed presence. Then moving across your shoulders, where we carry burdens, every muscle relaxing with this infusion, the presence of loving kindness. Going up the back of your neck as well. The warmth, the subtle delight and acceptance, gently resting until your whole neck and shoulder area release any tension. That warmth, delight, acceptance, moving towards your solar plexus. No rushing, allowing that immersion, infusion to be a steady presence until there's the fullness, the complete confidence. That open, relaxed acceptance and warmth. No success, no failure, just holding this cellular embrace as long as needed. The feeling of being completely accepted, completely loved. Your perfect inner Buddha seen. Moving very slowly into your very sensitive gut area. Moving down your torso, knowing that there are instinctual reactions and responses and holdings. Not worrying about why there's a tenseness or why there's a closed quality, just completely accepting, let the warmth steadily affect. Relax. Soften. Trust. Whenever you wish, you can refresh the clarity of the loving kindness, remembering, this is what it's like to be loved without any reservation, or this is what it's like when my natural opening spontaneously arises. And then allow that to infuse each and every cell, moving from your solar plexus down through your belly. Moving through every kind of quality of hesitation, depletion, fear. Here on the safety of your cushion, accepting, receiving, opening. Each of us holds tension and fear in different parts of our body. So your rate of speed is right for you. And as you start to learn about extending this warmth and fullness, Don't feel any pressure to complete the body scan in this very short period of time. This is something that ideally you would return to over and over again consistently so you can learn about what it's really like to fill up, open up. Lord Jigten Sumgun recommended that we do this strengthening and getting to know bodhicitta for 2 weeks before moving to the second part of the practice. Now, with a kind of communication to your body, to this union of heart-mind, the remaining areas that are still in process, hold them with warmth and assure your felt sense that you'll return over and over until every cell has a chance to relax and open. So rest in the appreciation and confidence of finding the doorway or gate, starting a process that's only going to strengthen, coming to know not just overtly with thoughts, but with your body's instinctual felt sense, of how fine-tuning it can be to use your whole body to see bodhicitta more subtly. Remembering that we are very much like flowers. We can't rush anything just because we like to. So whatever stage you are in with getting to know bodhicitta, particularly loving kindness, that is just right for you today. And that we have a commitment to returning over and over again to this process with ever more subtle understanding. So I really invite you to touch base, even if it's just for a few minutes, every day, while we're in this process of seeing what it's like to embody the consciousness, the felt sense, the fullness of loving kindness. So I'll do a brief dedication, and then we'll have a little discussion with the privacy of the online group. Bodhicitta, excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher.